operate without getting involved. So that's what we did. We made a few changes where it's fair to everybody, where it makes sense. And let's see, trying to get this to share the screen. Sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's not sharing. Okay, here it
I
is.
see it now. Yeah, we
You
see
see
you.
it? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So I had to make a few different changes to the model. So I'm going to go over everything and I'll try to do the best that I can to speak slow so you guys can understand. Before we begin, I know that this has been a long road. So everybody that is still here and still paying attention and still reading and still engaging, I just want to say thank you so very much. You guys are extremely appreciated. It has been a long road, but at the end of the day, we are still moving. Out of all of the groups from the very beginning of last year, Lotus is still actively working with the people. We're still here. We're still legally allowed to operate, and we are continuing to scale and grow this ecosystem, which I call a ecosystem, which is Black ecosystem, because it's bigger than just the funding model, and we've been saying that for quite some time, and now we can fully see why it is. um, so just to kind of give everybody a like a core table of contents of what we're going to discuss today is how to set up a funding campaign on the Lotus web app. Right now we know how it operates, but it's a little different with this new model. All of the benefits for subscribed members, and I'm going to have Wanda Wallace talk about that. Our new flow for sustainability. So the way it's going to flow, pretty much kind of still the same way, but just going over it again so that you guys are very, very clear as to what we're doing here with Lotus. The financial funding chart and the breakdown per level. So let's get this party started, you guys. All right. So as we know, the Lotus legal classification, and just to have everybody fully understand, there's several parts to Lotus. So the part that we consider as 501c3 will be the campaigns, and when Lotus actually hosts our own charitable events. Um, of course, the benefits that comes along with it are still there's still 501c3 a part of my model, so it's still considered donation membership donations that falls underneath the 501c3. The LLC that we hold, that is for like our Lotus streaming TV, the Lotus business, and the merch. So of course you are allowed to have a nonprofit and for profit that can work side by side. I did have my CPA make sure that I knew how to differentiate between the two. So our legal classification is um, a 501c3 nonprofit, public charity for a funding model, and a subclassification of crowdsourcing, which is tied to our vast number of resources. This is our EIN number. So if you want to take that down for your tax preparer, to when you file your taxes, if you've ever donated monies to any member on the Lotus platform, those are tax deductible, and you can take that number if you need to. There are two major components to Lotus as it pertains to crowdsourcing. So, crowdsourcing and crowdfunding are two different things. They are not the same. So, we are not a crowdfunding platform. We're a crowdsourcing platform that offers public charity campaigns for members to be able to raise funds for their purposes. The resources that we have are included but not limited to financial literacy, health and wellness, entertainment savings, networking, access to jobs and training, global minority business directory, and so much more. All right, so creating your funding campaign. So before I get into these steps, this is pretty much going to be for members who have never heard of Lotus and they're brand new. After the suggestions, and we've heard everybody's suggestions, and once again, we want to thank you guys for always being upfront and honest with us of what you feel and your feedback, because right now we're still in beta phase, meaning we're still learning and getting the bugs and the kinks out. So we've heard a lot of people say, well, I want to still be able to see my campaigns and still raise my funds. However, I do not want to pay the $9.99 a month because I don't want to get access to the member benefits, which is perfectly okay. So now with the new funding model, we are going to have a free subscription um, uh, uh, option for you guys. And it won't start until the next 2 to 3 months. I don't want to give a hard set date onto when this is going to be implemented, because as you guys know, and just watching us through the process from the very beginning, engineers, they take time to build out anything. So our new engineers are phenomenal. They have a pretty large team, so we're able to kind of move a little quicker with some of the developments. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, a rough idea, maybe 2 to 3 months, you guys will begin to see the free subscription model. Um, and only with the free subscription model will you be able to just see your campaigns. You won't get access to any of the benefits, the library. You'll be able to see the business directory, but that's about it. Also, to your free campaigns will be inside of the flower pool. So when we had it when we first launched, and then we took it away, but we're going to add it back. So if you are a free subscriber, all your campaigns will be housed in not a particular group. It just will be a big conglomeration of a flower pool. And people will have to actually sign up, log in, and go inside of their personal accounts to find the flower pool in order to see your campaigns. um, of course, if you are a paid subscriber, you will be able to have your campaigns listed in the pro groups on the front page of the web app. Those right now, they're not clickable, but eventually they will be, where members can go, or just new people can come in, see loadus.org, click on the whatever level that your campaigns are in. They'll be able to click on it from the front of the page and see all the campaigns listed and donate without having to subscribe. So I'm really, really excited about that change. Um, so we're going to kind of backtrack here to talk about how to create your funding campaign, different from what we kind of been doing. Once you sign up for for free, you can read the terms and conditions. You can begin creating your campaigns on the Loadus app. In order to create a campaign on the app, an initial contribution to another campaign on the platform in that same level amount automatically creates your own campaign. So what that means is, now you remember how we used to have earths and airs, and once the flower closes, you move up a position. Well, we are completely eliminating that, so that way everybody can get access to their funding campaigns a lot faster. So now, no matter how many fires are on the flower, even if you're the first fire, if you donate in the initial contribution amount and the water accepts, a campaign automatically forms inside of your flowers in your profile. So you don't have to wait for the flower to close, because there'll be no longer earths and airs. They'll still visibly will be there. You can see them. They'll have ghost place markers. But there won't people will never be able to be in those positions again. So what that means for every single position on your in your profile, they will all become waters. That's what I'm excited about. So if you've been sitting in the air in the back of the line, now you will become a water. Everybody will be waters. There'll be no more earths and airs. So I'm really, really, really excited about that transition. Um, so the example is there for you guys to read. And like I said, we made this adjustment due to the many requests from our trusted users, which is you guys. Um, to be able to view this, once again, you'll click on the person icon at the top right hand corner, then click on my account. You'll click on my campaigns, then create a campaign, which is to create a flower. You'll name your campaign. The level you choose determines your cap rate. So example, if you choose $100 campaign, I know that I can walk away with the maximum amount of $500 after the donate up, auto level up, and the donate back. So that's still going to be constant. We want to keep that constant, because we're pretty much a GoFundMe with a twist. And I wanted everybody to still be able to have that in the community flow and recycling of funds inside of the community, inside of our particular groups, while we're outreaching for funds, while we're sharing our campaigns to our social medias, to be able to have our family and friends donate to us. And even then, like I was telling our board, that I haven't fully been kicking out advertisement for Lotus just yet. Of course, it's been word of mouth and people who know, but I have not gone really, really, really hard in the paint with advertisement, because I wanted to make sure that this model was conducive for everybody in the entire world. Make it easy, make it less clicks, less steps, not as private, a little bit more open. And now that the Attorney General see what I'm doing and they're okay with it, now we can really fully go open. So I had to make these changes in order for us to be able to go full throttle. Because as you guys know, there's a lot of people out here who have lots of money, and it's not even just celebrities, just regular people who have a lot of money. And sometimes they don't want to pay so much taxes, so they'll take a chunk of their money to be able to donate to a reputable nonprofit organization. And my goal will be to target those individuals to say, hey, we're here and we have people on our platform that need funds, especially people who have been affected by the pandemic, and no telling what's going to happen in the next couple months because the numbers are going up. And direct your money here. And everybody who's paying the 9.99 will get first dibs, because obviously, anybody who wants to just donate their money, they'll come to the front of the app, they'll click on, whatever level they choose to want to click on, and all the campaigns will be there for them to donate to. And then they'll be able to donate to you guys without having to sign up, sign in, or subscribe. I think that is going to make it a lot easier for people to be able to collect funds, because having the extra step, if I just want to give, but I don't want to be a part of the rotation, what if I just want to donate every year or donate every couple months? Because people do that. That's a legit thing. And that's why I chose this model, because I know people just give money. There's plenty of money out here for to be given with no strings attached. And that's why I chose the nonprofit route. But they'll go straight there, and you will have the benefit in the first dibs to be able to get access to that flow of money if you're actually paid subscribed member. But we wanted to give everybody options. Some people don't want the benefits, but some people do. All right. So this is the same thing, just part two. And this was just talking about how to edit your campaign. I think you guys pretty much already know, but if you don't, and I had to go over this because once everybody becomes waters, because there's some people on here that have never been a water, and this is going to be something they need to know. So after you go to your campaigns, you'll see the edit button. You'll click edit. Use the box to talk about your why, your description, and why you're raising funds, or why you're raising funds for another individual. You can select a moving GIF or a picture that best suits your why. Keep in mind that derogatory or offensive pics will cause your campaign to be deleted. Are our terms and conditions that you guys all clicked and agreed to. You'll click save, and then you will have the option to share your campaign to all of your connected social media accounts. And that's going to be pretty cool, because I know a lot of people saying, hey, I can get my family and friends to give me money and donate money, but they don't want to be a part. Well, this is your opportunity to, send out and let everybody know, hey, I'm raising funds. I need, whether you just want to get your money back, or, you want to stick it in for the long haul, because this is more of a long-term situation than short-term, as, going through our trials and Charles and so, that will be something that, let me see. Sorry about that. Somebody's, there we go. Sorry, I had to mute. Um, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, boom, there we go. So yeah, that will be something that just makes it easier for us, because I had to continue to think, like, what can we do to bring more flow? There's so much money out here. There's so many grants. There's just lots of just money out here for us. And it's like, we needed to be able to grab that and bring it here to our platform. So that's why we had to make the necessary changes. Just side note, our free campaigns are unique in a sense that Lotus does not charge back end fees or upfront fees. So all the monies collected are for you to keep, as you guys know. You will not have access to, so these are all the people who are just a free subscriber. You will not have access to our featured amenities, and you opt out of all the mass donations your campaign could potentially receive. Your campaign or flower will be an individual campaign slash flower not associated with any groups. So just to kind of touch on that really quick, when we do the pure donation sessions, that's going to go on forever. That's not going to stop. Hopefully with outside sources coming in to pour more money in to get it cycling again, the pure donations that we have will still only be for the members who are subscribed, who are paying and subscribed. So if you pay $9.99 or $99 for the year, $19.99 or $199 for the business pro, this still gives you that ability to have your campaigns listed on the front pro pages and get additional help from the community during our peer donation sessions. That is being automated. So with the peer donation sessions, you will be able to give, you or anybody else will be able to give any amount in increments of $5. So let's say you want to give 10 or 15, you'll be able to, and there's going to be a little fire meter at each of the points of the fire spots that will add up to the full amount of that fire spot. And as soon as that fire spot is full, boom, a ghost will appear. The same thing, your flower will lock on the first and the third acceptance, or first and the third ghost. And you still have to donate back to that same level, and donate up to the next level to secure another campaign. Now, with the donate up, the beauty of that is as soon as you donate up, you automatically create yourself a water flower in that donate up. So that level. So example, let's say you're in the 100 and you're about to be fully funded. You donate 100 back. Obviously, that's a ghost. Then you donate up 200. Once that water accepts your $200 donation, you'll automatically have a flower or a new campaign in the $200 level in your profile. So for people who have a certain goal in mind, let's say they want to raise $20,000, but they only have $100 to donate their initial contribution. Well, that's okay. They can just work up the ladder, especially if they know that they have donors that's going to donate to their campaigns. They could just start off at 100, and every time they get donors, they could just work their way on up. As they work their way on up, they can continue to share their campaigns, and this actually will be good because the more you share, the more people see it, and that's the algorithm of social media. So going up the ladder and reaching your goal in bites actually kind of helps, and it makes it more encouraging to know you're going to reach your final goal. So that is what we are doing in the next couple of months. All right. So member non-subscription perks. Now that you guys, now that we're working on the free subscription model, you can view and store your campaigns for free. That's right. There's an option where you do not have to pay in order to see your campaigns on the web app. I know a lot of people will be excited about that. Campaigns that are created for free, of course, will not be showcased in our featured pro groups on the front of the app. They will be housed in the flower pool. So that's pretty much, this slide is pretty much everything I said previously. So I think this will all go out to everybody as well via email, so you can go back and re-reference. All right, once again, this is our Lotus fee structure, $9.99 a month, $99 for the year. And this plan gives you access to all the bells and whistles we mentioned that we're going to mention in the next few slides. New perks and benefits are always added. We will keep all subscribers informed on a regular of the extra amenities we have available. And let's see. Right. So member subscription perks. As a paying member, you'll get full access to the following. Your flower will be in the pro groups on the front page of the app. You all created campaigns inside of the Lotus Pro groups are featured on the homepage for anyone to see and access without subscribing or signing in and donate. Access to the Lotus benefits tab with the free account for Affinity perks and discounts. Not necessarily free, it does come with your membership. Lotus, the company does pay for that every month, so that's not free to us. You get access to the group health and wellness benefits tailored to only Lotus. You get access to the library and all the content inside. We only have a little bit of content right now, but we got a lot of ammo sitting that we're sitting on that we're going to start putting into the library very, very soon with amazing financial literacy tips. And I've even learned a lot. As much as I know, I've learned a whole bunch from these tips. So I can't wait to get this posted. So you guys just make sure you check the library, at least once a month to see what's new. Um, and like I said, if we have any like access on grants or loans or any type of thing that's going on in the world that most people may not know, it's always going to be housed in the library for you, and the steps on how to attain anything that you need. You get access to the Lotus Employment tab, where we are partnered with Destiny Enterprises LLC. They have been a staffing company since as long as I've been born, and we have thousands of remote jobs available, you guys. So if you don't have a job and you want to work from home, we have access to that. And because Destiny Enterprises is owned by Wanda Wallace, which is also our COO of Lotus, there's a higher rate. There's a higher chance and more of a guarantee that you'll get the job, because she'll make sure your resume is up to par, or if any training that you may need prior to that, we'll make sure you are in alignment with what is needed for the job. So we're excited about that little situation. Access to the Pure Donation group on the web app. So we are going to, we're actually currently right now, I got a chance to look at the still pictures for the messaging system on the Lotus web app, and my heart was racing. It's so bomb. We're going to be moving away from Telegram completely. As soon as that is tested and goes live, it should be going live in the next few days, but we'll email and text everybody once that does. And that's where we'll be communicating from here on out, between there and customer service. So I'm excited about that. And then you also get first dibs on major organizations and individuals who choose to donate large amounts of funds to our platform. It's not guaranteed, but however, Lotus will start heavy advertising to get the word out there for Lotus Pro campaign organizers. So, like I said, if you are a paid subscribed member, you get access to have let's say if somebody comes to my company and says, hey, I got $55,000 and I want to disperse it to how do I go about doing that? Well, I'm going to direct them to those campaigns in order, um, on our Lotus Pro groups, because those are the people who are actually subscribing every single month. All right, so we're going to tap into the benefits, and I'm going to allow Wanda Wallace to kind of go over that with you guys.
Hello, 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 everyone. I'm again glad that you made it. Before I start on the benefits, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about peer gifting, because I have been a part of that and have got some great benefits. And a lot of people do not understand what the peer gift
Donation,
means.
donation, donation.
Donations, I'm sorry, donations, y'all. Yeah, donations now, donations. But basically, that platform is for us, and Shanice created that so that we can all work together as a team. When we first started this thing, say for instance, if you were in the $25 flower, people would have to pay $25 to get in. You'd have to wait till you got 8 people to get into the flower before your flower closed. Now she's allowing us to work as a community, as one. So basically, let's say we got 10 people, or we got 1,000 people that donated $10. And we do it in a kind of succession. So we start with the 25, and then we go to the 50, and we kind of go back and forth. If we had 10 people or 1,000 people just giving 10, and we were working with the 25, that would close 50 flowers with just the help of a community to do that. You're not doing it by yourself. You wouldn't have to be paying if you're in the 100 or the $200, or people wouldn't have to pay that. We all are working together collectively. What that does is, number one, it eliminates the amount of flowers that we get in, number one. Number two, it helps you guys close a lot quicker. And number three, we're able to kind of move through the ladder system so that everyone could be blessed by each other's donations. So what she did that for is, again, she wanted us to work collectively with each other to help each other. If you go on the free group, that means that you don't have access to that. You'd have to get your family or friends to come to that. and it will take longer for your flowers to close. Because I tell everybody, if that was the case and everybody had their flowers and they had friends and families, a lot of these flowers would be closed. But again, she did this so that we could work as a collective to assist each other. And it has been great. I've closed two flowers already that I would have probably had to wait 6 months to get closed, because we've got some awesome people who believe in the process. So, I think you guys are really going to be pleased with that system. Now that she's turning everything to ghost and we don't have to have earth and airs anymore, it lets us move. When you close your flower, you go right into another water flower. I mean, that is awesome. So we're not really dependent on all these people coming in. We're just depending on people working as a collective to be able to help each other close. We're working as a group, a team. We're motivating each other. So I wanted to explain that, because I know a lot of people, because at first I was kind of confused, but I started participating and I'm like, man, this is pretty slick. And then you don't see accounts being closed down because people are not all trying to gift to one person at the same time. They do it, sporadically during the week. So they give you time to do it. And again, if we could get 1,000 people to just say every week, I'm going to donate $10, guys, we could close so many of these flowers. So I wanted to share that because I think it's a great, great concept for us as a community. But anyway, I'm actually ahead of all of the benefits, and I'm always looking at perks and things that can help all of you all, especially with the health and wellness. We've got a couple of other exciting things that are coming, but the health and wellness is for people who are paying too much for their health care and they want to be able to get on a group plan. We have something available for that, and that's medical, dental, vision, life insurance. We have an account, I think it's for $59, and you can get telemedicine, and you can get subscriptions. Your kids can use it. You can do health and wellness. They even have behavioral health for people who maybe need that for $59. Guys, that's like a steal of a deal. You get your subscriptions for discounted prices. It works. I've used it. And the ability perks that Johnny's pays for through Lotus is outstanding. I mean, if you want to take your kids on a vacation, they have discounts on Disney tickets. You can get discount on hotels and airfare. I use that a lot. Even you can get discounts on coupons for the store to be able to help you save. It just has all kinds of stuff. And for those people out there who are business owners, when you take advantage of our business platform, you get to advertise your service through all of our benefits, all of our members for free. So just a great tool that we can use to get discounts. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't care. But those dollars add up when we're living from paycheck to paycheck, or we're trying to make our ends meet. And especially for a hotel, there would be no way in the world I could take all of my grandkids on a vacation with the hotel prices down. But for this thing, I mean, it really does work. Amusement parks, whatever you can think of. They even have clothes that, the Navy, Gap, all of those places that you can get percentages off. So we wanted to kind of let you know about that. As Shanice talked about the employment and training. I have a staffing company. I have a training company. I have lots of jobs. So people that want to work from home, we have jobs that you don't have to work from home too. But most of the stuff we're doing right now is remote because, of the variant viruses that we have. And we provide a training class that you can come to help you realize your skills. If you never worked at home, we help you build your resume. And then we also try to help you find jobs in the areas that you're looking for. And the reason why we chose the work at home portion of it, because a lot of people are all over the place, and we wanted them to be able to, those who have worked at home or never have, be able to get an opportunity for jobs that they never probably have before. Many of these clients are mine, so I can, like Shani say, finagle a little bit more where you can get in and get interviews, whereas maybe if you were with other people, you couldn't. So we offer that, and we post those jobs in our off of our directory. The business directory, guys, is the bomb. I am so excited. Shanice, the engineers just finished that. If you have a business, you have a chance to advertise your business. You put all your information. And just recently, we have teamed up with a company called EACL. It's a nonprofit. We giving money to nonprofits to help support the communities. And because Shanice is a nonprofit, she's able to be a part of this organization. So all of those 50,000 people will be scouring our sites and coming to our websites, using our group to be able to raise money for themselves as well. So now we just got access to 50,000 more people that could come on our site to bless us and all of our stuff, from businesses to whatever the case may be. We also include, if you decide to become a business, we help you with your business setup. Whatever you need, from an LLC to a nonprofit, we help you with website services. We have legal services. We help you with business cards. And again, those are costs that would cost, but because you're a part of our organization, you get very deep discounts. I mean, business cards, I ordered a thing of business cards that would not have cost me $40. It was like $6. So we pass those discounts on to you all as well. We also do Lotus expos. So if you guys want to come, if you are businesses, that you can put your products and services out there. And as well as we invite everybody that's on our membership or not on our membership, you can come for free to be able to patronize our businesses. Our goal is to create a movement and a membership so we all can work together to bless each other in whatever we do. Um, Again, we have merch that we can buy and sell. We have streaming TV services. Very soon, Chinese is probably haven't mentioned it, but she's going to be coming up with. We already got our Bitcoin, our cryptocurrency coin, where we'll be able to do something, and she'll talk a little bit more about that. But it's amazing to be able to have your own coin. I mean, that cost, and she's being able to provide that for us so that we can help a lot of the larger people, groups that have been waiting for donations, to be able to bless them in that way. So we have that. Again, we are just, we have financial literacy classes. I have a couple of people who are going to be helping people get their finances together. Home buying, we're going to start doing some seminars and different things on that. Some of the stuff may be free, some of it may be very cheap or discounted. So again, we have a lot of discounts that you guys can take advantage of, especially the training and the workshops. I mean, we do business consulting. So if you are maybe thinking about starting a business, we have that. We have just an array of different things that you can get. And like I said, for $9.99, you're not going to find anything cheap like this anywhere. I have did my research, and it has really, I've seen what other people are costing. A lot of these memberships cost you anywhere from 60 to 2 or 300, and we're giving this stuff to you for a fraction of a cost. So again, we are excited. We're going to be having more things coming through once the platform is done. And I just hope that you guys take advantage of the things that we are trying to provide for you, because we appreciate your membership. That's it for me, Shanice. Take it away, girl.
All right, all right. Well, thank you so much for going over those discounts and perks and benefits that we have to offer. And then also, too, guys, just FYI, I put it on this page because if you log into your account, you can go to the click on discounts, and then it's going to automatically sign you up. It's called a single sign on. It'll automatically sign you up for Affinity, so you'll have an account without having to go through the steps of signing up, because it's connected to the Lotus website. And then once you just agree to the terms and conditions, you'll be able to explore the discounts, and I want you guys to take a peek at that. Like my mom said, there's a lot to utilize. So take a look at that for me. For the Lotus coin, pretty sure you guys already seen that posted in the Lotus Foundation chat. We do have our own cryptocurrency token right now. It is going to be live on the market really, really, really soon. We're going to also have our own blockchain. And the reason why we had to create this is because, number one, when we get to those higher tiers, there's no institution out here that's going to allow us to move thousands of dollars back and forth, especially for us. So I had to find something, another solution or a source that will allow us to be able to move back and forth. And the thing about cryptocurrency is that it's encrypted, meaning it's super duper duper secure, so very hard to hack, and it's decentralized, meaning that it's not owned by the government. Now, there's articles and things going out there that's trying to say, well, the government's going to start making you, the IRS is going to start making you tell them what you got. That all that is just a scare tactic. You don't this is what it was created for. They've been doing cryptocurrency for so many years without the IRS being involved, and now all of a sudden so many of us are tapping in. Now they want to put rules and regulations on it, so we're not going to allow that to happen. We're not going to allow that to scare us. We're going to continue to do our own thing, build our safety nets for our generations moving forward. So that is coming up next. And number two, there are just finding out that Russia and China are now, they're not going to be using the American dollar as their currency, which means the value of the US dollar is going to depreciate. So we need to have something in place that keeps us protected. And that's what I'm doing. Everybody will have the ability to convert, as soon as we fully integrate this, to convert their US dollars to the Lotus token. And the fact that we actually have a web app and things to back our token by is what's going to make this so lucrative so fast. And I've heard it from so many people, even the people who are developing or who developed this token are saying this is going to be something that's going to take off extremely fast. So I'm excited about that, and for everybody, because it's not just for me. It's definitely just for you guys. Um, so here's the Lotus funding levels, the walkaway amounts. We kind of already knew this, but we're gonna I can let you guys take a picture of this. Like I said, it's gonna go out via email. So you guys can re-reference it at any point of time. Um just to FYI, and I forgot to mention this when I first got on, but there is no longer going to be Humble and Strong group. The Humble and Strong group is completely dissolved, and it is now all Lotus. However, anything that happened before January 1st, 2021, Lotus is not liable or responsible for it. We cannot assist. We cannot tell you what's going to happen. We can't get anybody's money back, because this, you guys did not give Lotus, the platform, any money. The only money that's coming to Lotus is a subscription fee of $9.99, and $99, or the business pros, the $19 a month and the $100 a month. So there's no refunds, there's no getting no money back there. That's not, you can't get that back from my company when you did not physically give my company any funds. So I just want to make sure that that is 100% understood and clear by every single person that is participating in this platform. Yes, you guys are merging to Lotus, and we're taking you guys on as a group. However, any monies that was moved or transferred before January 1st, 2021, we cannot help, assist, tell you anything about me, customer service, no one. That has nothing to do with Lotus. All we did was take what we knew that you guys had previous and put it on our web app. We're making it easier for you guys to go out and get your own funds and let your family and friends know, hey, I need funds. So that way you can at least probably get what you put in back. Or I would, if I were you, I would stick it out. As soon as, if you get your money, I would still stick it out. I mean, this is a long-term situation. Just like if we look at stocks, you don't get, your money in stocks in the first 6 months. It's not happening. It's going to take about 5 to 10 years. Now, I'm not saying that Lotus is going to take that long. However, just kind of getting your mindset transition from what we used to do to what it is now. What we used to do is no longer going to ever be in effect. We cannot go back there. We can't even put our minds back there because there's nothing there. We're moving forward, and this is what we're going to be doing. And this is what we're legally allowed to do moving forward. So just please help that's, understood by everybody that, this is what we are. This is where we are at this time. Okay. So let's see what's next. I'm gonna send this out to you guys. We don't really have to go over all of this because this is really for a new member. But as you guys know, we don't charge a back end fee for your funding. Everything goes to you. The only thing that you have to put out is your initial contribution to another member. We wanted to keep that aspect of this because we believe in the law of giving, and that's what the law of giving is. You must put forth something first before you give back. And we're the only community that, which African American, that does not understand this concept. I know that, Spanish in Indian and Asian communities, they understand. When I explain to them what I'm doing with Lotus, they're like, oh my God, like that's genius. But we've been doing that, something like that, for centuries. Like that's nothing new. So the concept's nothing new. We just want our people to understand it, because we have to get in the mindset of, just because you gave something up doesn't mean you deserve something back. Like, it's about constantly, with good intentions behind it, putting forth small amounts of money to help somebody else, because then eventually it's your turn. And when it's your turn, it's going to be right at the time in which you really truly needed it. So that part we stayed, and that's why it's patent pending. Like, even the patent attorney said this is beyond creative. I've never heard of anything of this nature. And he deemed it as novel. So now we are considered a novel patent, because this is something that has never been done anywhere in the world. We're one of its kind. And I'm really, really excited about that. And I'm glad that I can share all of this with you guys from the very beginning.
And Shanice, if you can just to piggyback real quickly so everybody know, again, it is a donation platform. So again, not just other groups, but even Lotus, we do not give any money back. We don't we can't, we're getting to the point where the new system, we're not even going to be able to refund. You're going to have to deal with a third party because the Attorney General looked at it. There were certain things that we had to put in place. So when it comes to money or anything like that, we are not able to help you. You give it in your own, you're donating on your own. You can't expect for anybody to give you anything back. It's just a way for us to bless each other. So I wanted to say that so people don't think, oh, we can come because we're noticed to get money. We can no longer do that. Like you said, that is gone. Those are illegal now and they're cracking down on that, but we can still do donations.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't mind reiterating that. But yeah, just once again, there is no refunds on donations. If you have given your monies to a person that was involved in the group, you did not give your money to the group, you gave your money to the individual. There's no refunds for that. Okay. So I just want everybody to understand that part, and make it 100% clear. There's no refunds. Um, so moving forward, like I said, this is where we are. And same thing, with the patent pending funding model explanation. And this will go out to everybody, and you guys will be able to share this PowerPoint to anybody that you choose. Um, this is a scenario. Like I said, once again, you guys kind of know what happens, but I'll briefly go over it. So if I'm a new member, I'm gonna sign up and sign in. I'm going to either pay or don't pay, whatever you choose. I go to the featured pro campaign group. I can go to the flower pool that's in my account and donate $25 to a campaign that I choose. After successfully donating, a $25 campaign will automatically appear in my campaigns tab. I can fully prepare my campaign, and I am now ready to advertise my campaigns. I can post to all my social media for my friends to donate, friends and family. Um, and after receiving $25, equivalent to one fire spot, your campaign will lock, not allowing any more donors to donate until you take that same $25 and donate it to another campaign in the same level pool. Um, this will automatically place a ghost on the receiver's campaign, and then your flower will unlock and you're ready to receive more. Once again, you receive $50, two more fire spots, your flower will lock again. You would take that $50, you'll donate up. That's going to give you automatically another $50 campaign as soon as you get an acceptance from the water that your donation was received. And then you can continue to collect funds from that $25 campaign. And now you can also collect monies from that $50 campaign. So simultaneously, you could be collecting funds on different levels, just to kind of reach your goals a little quicker. All right. Once again, nothing is promised or guaranteed. These are based solely on the donations each campaign organizer attracts. Lotus is not held responsible or liable if donors are not donating to your campaigns. It is the responsibility of the organizers to ensure they receive the funds they need. We cannot help you get money. We can only give you suggestions and tips, but the attraction of donors to your campaigns comes from you. And we have to stress that, because I don't want people to still have it in their mindset that we are responsible. I'm responsible. The customer service is responsible for making sure your campaign moves. We are no longer responsible. And this is why we are opening up the app to allow members to post their campaigns to get their funds from their family and friends or whomever. All right, so I it is Q&A time. I'm going to give about 15-20 minutes of Q&A. I'm going to kind of go over some Q&A that I kind of thought in my head that I would ask if I was a member, with some answers, and then after that I will open it up to everybody else to ask their questions. So, what happens to all of my positions that I currently have? They all become waters. Yes, yes, yes. We are eliminating the members in the earth and air placeholders. They will remain visible as ghost users. For those who want to continue to subscribe, all of your flowers will be waters, and each of the level will be placed on the featured pro groups on the front of the app in the same chronological order it is currently in. So we're not changing the order. We're just going to make everybody waters. We will collect data and give full clear instructions soon, as we're doing now. What if I'm a part of a different group? Other group owners will have their groups featured under other fundraising groups, but they will also have pro groups as well. So if some group owners want to still continue with their group and their group name, they will have it'll be the same. They will have a feature group. Let's say, for instance, the Winner Circle. They'll have the Winner Circle Pro, and those are all the members in the Winner Circle group that is subscribed. Those who are not subscribed and they are under the free subscription model, you will not be housed in any particular group. If I'm a part of another group, but I want my flower to be showcased inside of the Lotus Pro feature group, is that possible? That would need to be approved by the owner. If not, you will have to donate in again to have your campaign fall into that particular group. Can I change my mind if I want to go from the free basic to subscribed pro? Can I be featured in pro? Absolutely. However, you will be placed in the back of the line. Once subscribed, it will give you the option to change the group, not level, but from the basic to pro. So for instance, let's say you're a free subscriber and you have if you have a $100 campaign, and you now want to go pro because you're hearing about all the money that's being poured into the pro groups, and you want to go ahead and start taking advantage of the benefits. Once you pay your campaign, you can edit your campaign, and you'll be able to place that group in that flower inside of the pro groups, but it will go to the back of the line on that particular group, which in this case, the way we're modeling this, the new model order really doesn't matter as much, because everybody will have the ability to showcase their campaigns to their family and friends, and we'll be closing pretty much all over the place. Only thing that will stay constant is the peer donation sessions. When we still have those on Tuesdays and Fridays, we will still go in chronological order. That's just what we will do for that particular. So I am going to oh, last question. I'm so sorry. Why the change again? We've underwent so many changes. Yes, I appreciate you guys for still sticking here and sticking it out. We completely understand. However, there have been several customer complaints, so we had to recreate flexibility and make it easy for new campaign organizers and donors in navigating the web app, along with the current donors and current campaign organizers. We had to be fair and make something that was feasible to everybody. And this is what the attorney generals agreed for us to do, and this is how we're doing it. And I think it's the best way for us to go about. All right, so Q&A. Now I'm gonna try to get through the chats, but I would love for everybody to raise their hand if you have a question. Now we're gonna keep the questions positive. If it is a negative question, if it's a complaint, I'm not going to answer it. Just FYI, we're going to keep this all positive because we are where we are. It is what it is. And this is what it's going to be. So if you have a question about what I just went over, I am free to listen and to answer. But if it's a complaint and it's not positive, I will not answer and move on to the next. So please raise your hand, you guys, if you have any questions. Looks like Miss Cheryl has one. All right, Miss Cheryl.
Hi, Shanice.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm trying to move so you don't hear the feedback. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I have a question. I had a subscription for the business plan, and it was automatically taken out of my account, and then it stopped.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot to talk about that. That was a part of the reason why I was on here. So we've been having a few issues with payment processing systems allowing us to take our subscription fees through them. We found an amazing company, and they have thoroughly scanned our company and our model, and they are so excited to do business with us. So we had to get a whole new processing system. It is now open and ready. Our engineers and their engineers are working together now to integrate it onto the app. So just give them, I would roughly say maybe 2 more weeks. I don't want to give you guys a hard set date because I don't want, people to be expecting it and it doesn't happen. It may be way sooner because I heard it's easy, but just to kind of let you guys know, nothing will be lost. All of your positions will still be there, because the only person that can delete flowers and positions is me. I give that go to the engineers, so nothing will be lost. But just give us a little bit longer, and we'll have that new payment processing system integrated into the app, and then we'll automatically bill you again, or you'll be able to choose to pay your monthly or yearly. So that's coming really, really, really soon. So I thank you guys for your patience. So for everybody who's had the same issue with subscriptions, yes, right now we don't have a payment processing system integrated, but it is coming.
And Shanice,
Okay,
just
so
real
I
quick.
can't even. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cheryl.
Oh, I also tried to pay with my debit card, and it wouldn't even do it that way. So I guess it's just
So once again, right now there is no payment
there's
processing system
okay,
connected to the app, so you can't pay with anything. There's nothing
okay,
there, right? So
okay,
once we get the chance to integrate it, everybody will know
okay,
that it's there. And we'll keep everybody updated. Like I said, it may take 2 weeks. It may be less, it may be more. I don't want to give anybody a hard set date because I
hmm
don't want to not meet anybody's expectations. You understand? I don't want to make it seem like I can't deliver things that are out of my control that I
right.
cannot deliver. So yeah, it's not there yet, but it's okay. It's coming back really, really soon. And I'll send out a nice little text blast to let everybody know that it's back up and running and you guys can pay again. But you're all good to go to still utilize the services for right now.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just really wanted to say too, Shani, so with this new payment processor, they're giving us a couple more ways to pay where you can do it by ACH or card. They do take some prepaid cards, but the most wonderful thing about this whole thing is that a lot of you guys with these last pass systems, you either got double charged or something like that. Now you will no longer go to Lotus customer service. It's a third party service. They're going to have a 1-800 number for you to call, and they will be the ones that will work with you in getting your refunds or whatever issues you may have. Lotus customer service will still be there, but we cannot take any kind of questions anymore about, you getting charged twice. You'll have to call a 1-800 number and they will help you. And I think that's going to be a lot easier for you all, because then we don't have to worry about people saying, well, nobody from customer service got back to us, or we didn't get our money back. We won't have, Chinese cannot do anything pertaining to that anymore. So I'm hoping this is going to be a better system for you all.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Let me get through these questions because I don't want to be on too long. Um Maxine said, how many different communities are currently on Lotus that will be going into the water? How will the waters be placed in chronological order when we are currently in different communities? So you'll still be in your same community. The only thing that's going to be different is if you're a paying member or if you're a non-paying member. If you're a non-paying member, you will not be a part of a group. Your flower will just be in a conglomeration flower pool. So you see how you guys have how we have the group pool? It will be a flower pool with thousands of flowers just in there with no particular group. Um, and I think right now we still have about four or five communities on that are still active on Lotus, which is not bad. Honestly, we're the only group that's still kind of flowing. So thank God for that, because everybody else is kind of shut down. We're still moving and grooving. Diana,
Yes.
hi, how are
So,
you?
good. How are you, Shanice?
I'm good.
Okay. So I guess my question was, as far as you mentioned about the subscription and the the maybe the glitches, I guess, with the payment.
Mhm.
So I just wondered how that affected, because you said, I mean, how were you able to know? Oh, though, okay, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Those of us that were on the subscription and it was just automatically coming out, because I think that's how mine was. I was with Revolut.
Okay.
Um, and it didn't take it out these last, I think this last time. So it's just remained like I don't have a subscription.
Right.
Does that,
Mhm.
so the system is able to see that? I'm not going to be put like at the back of the line because it's showing that I just don't have, because I tried to go in and subscribe, and of course, I guess like the other lady was saying, it just won't let us.
Okay. Once again, I'm going to reiterate one more time. Right now,
Okay,
there is no payment processing system connected
okay,
to the Lotus web app, so nobody can pay and can do
okay,
anything. Even if you cannot see your positions, they are still there. No position will be lost, gone, or taken out of place. The only person that can do that will be me. And right now, we're not touching that. Because we're going to be transitioning everybody over from all the other positions to all waters. So it's okay. You'll be able to see it as soon as we get that payment processing system connected to the web app. You will be able to pay, subscribe again, and you'll be able to visually see your positions. Once again, it may take 1 or 2 weeks, it may be less. Just depends on how quick their engineers and our engineers work together to get this integrated on the app. But I'm going to repeat one more time so everybody understands. It is okay if you cannot see your positions. They're not lost. They're not gone. They're not misplaced. They're not moved around. I am the only person that can physically move any position on this app, remove or delete or change around. I'm not touching that part right now. We're just trying to get this payment processing system integrated onto the app. Nothing is lost, nothing is moved. Everything will still be there. And once it's time and once you guys are able to pay and it's fully integrated, once you pay, you'll be able to visually see your positions like you did before.
okay. And then just one more thing. So I know you said about Humble and Strong no longer being a part of. So those of us that were with those groups, I think I was even in, I think I even was in one of the Lotus or a couple of the Lotus pools. I just kind of signed up with whatever was going on. Those groups, and I didn't even know about Humble and Strong no longer being there. So would those be put into other groups? You probably already answered it. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Yes. I said earlier that Lotus, any members that was humble and strong will merge with Lotus. So it's gonna all be Lotus now. It's not gonna be
Okay,
strong, but the
okay,
other groups will still be doing their thing. It's just the individual group leader decided to take a different course in life, and
got you. Okay,
I'm just pretty much taking the responsibility of all the members. Nothing, it's nothing bad, nothing to be alarmed about. Their communication is still there. It's still okay. It's just the group owner just decided not to lead a group anymore, and that's understandable because it's stressful. It's a lot of work and it's very stressful, and that can really, I don't think a lot of people realize like that can really play a big huge thing on your health, your mental health, when there's so many people at you and they're screaming about money. So I can completely understand and respect his decision to just allow every single member to be just under Lotus. But I have to reiterate one more time that just because your old humble and strong merged with Lotus, you are Lotus now. So whatever rules and regulations that we are abiding by starting January 1st of 2021, that's what you have to abide by. Anything that you've done prior to Lotus, January 1st, 2021, we cannot help, assist, answer. We have no clue. We won't be able to assist in that part at all. Just to kind of reiterate that. So thank you for asking that for clarification.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I do see a few questions in the chat. Let's see. Antoinette Glover says, what happens to our existing boards from Humble that was transferred to Lotus? Also, are we able to visually see how we are moving up in the groups in chronological order? Yeah, you've always been able to see yourself move up. If you've kind of been active and paying attention, when we were doing the $25 group, we went from with the ghost model, we went from 141 pages to 90 something pages. And that's because all of the flowers that we were pure donating to, since there was already ghosts on the earths and the airs, we were also actively placing ghost on the fire spot. So as soon as that flower closed, the water was fully funded and the flower disappeared, lessening the amount of flowers that blooms. That's the whole purpose. And that's why the attorney generals are legally allowing us to continue to operate, because they saw that there was an end to a cycle that was previously a never ending cycle. So this model's really saved our tails here, honestly. And existing, like I said, if you have an earth or an air, every single position that you currently hold, no matter what it is, will be a water. So if you have 30 positions, you're going to have 30 waters. If you have 10 earths, then it's going to convert to 10 waters. Everything's going to be all waters once we transition over to the new model, the new flow in the next couple of months. Okay, let's see.
Shanice, I got a question. If you could clarify for them too, while we're waiting for the new payment portal, we are able to still do the peer gifting, right? Because we,
Pure donation. Yes, we're able to do pure donation. No, we have to. Okay, so just for transparency as well, the attorney generals wants us to make sure that every single member here uses the term donation. We do not gift here.
Donations.
I'm not a gifting platform. We are not a gifting. We do not gift. We donate. And that's extremely imperative because the IRS looks at it as two different things. Donations and gifts are separate in the IRS's eyes. And we have to make sure that we are differentiating ourselves between the two. So we got to get in the habit of using campaigns and donations as our verbiage. There's no worries, but yeah, we still can. Yes, we're still donating. Yep. So Diana, I think I answered the subscription. Let's see. To clarify, if we do the free option, we can create a flower, but we're responsible for having people donate. Absolutely. If you go on GoFundMe, who's responsible for members donating to your campaigns on GoFundMe? The campaign organizer. So that's exactly what Lotus is doing. We are making sure that you know that you are responsible for getting donors to your own campaigns. Now, what makes it a little better is that we have the donate up, donate back model, and showcasing it to the world so people can just come in and donate at any time, in any increments of 5 without subscribing. That's going to help a lot more for people who cannot attract donors, but Lotus is not responsible for making sure that your flower gets fully funded or your campaign gets fully funded. We're not responsible for that. Let's see. Yes, Vernon Scott. Yes, we are still working on the payment portal that is coming up really soon. So thank you guys for your patience. I really, really appreciate that. Um, Sarah said, "Can you clarify when we will be making donations to the flowers again? For the year, will it extend?" Okay. Yes, it will extend. We have still been actively doing the pure donations. That hasn't stopped. So that still can go on. However, the payment portal, it should be completed within the next week or two. Like I said, it just depends on how fast the payment processing system engineers can and my engineers can work together to get this on. But they know that they're working like diligent, like fast to get this together. So hopefully it should be really, really soon. But just don't want to give you guys a hard deadline because I don't want to let anybody down. So that's just pretty much it. Is there any other questions?
I'm sorry, Shani, she did kind of have a question on, like, say she paid for 12 months. So if the portal comes back on, she just wanted to know how does that work for her extension?
It still would be the same. No one lost time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the time has nothing to do with the actual payment.
Gotcha.
So once it comes up time where the system recognizes, okay, her subscription's about to end, the new payment processing system, she can pay on there, and then it will automatically renew her for another year. Or if she wants to go month to month, she's more than welcome.
Okay. Awesome.
Any other questions? Is everybody good? The process of for Humble and Strong. There is no process for Humble and Strong. We're all Lotus now. So it's just the group is just deleted. There's no process. Um
Just
Once again,
change the name.
yeah, it's just changing the name. So now you guys are
Right.
just Lotus. Yeah, that's it. There's no process to transition. Everybody, that the whole entire app, the PowerPoint I just went through, the entire app is going to be going through that transition as well. It's just like I said, the owner of Humble and Strong decided not to move forward with leading a group for his own personal reasons. So everybody that's still members, we didn't just want to just leave you guys out there. So we are merging together. So you guys will be Lotus Pro, and if you are not a paid subscribe member, you won't be any group. You just would be an individual campaign. Any other questions? We all good? All right. Looks like everybody is all good and understanding. Well, hopefully this will, be a better move for you guys. And like I said, it's just the way we have to move. We really don't have any other options or choice at this point. And um also came in. Oh, okay. Hey, Kelly. I don't know what's going on with Foundation Family. I haven't reached out. I've been just kind of focusing on the progression of the web app. So if you know anybody that is in Foundation Family, you're more than welcome to reach out directly. But I have not heard from the leaders of Foundation Family, maybe because most of the members are kind of all intertwined with the groups that are currently on. I don't think they had enough members to just have their own particular group. So, like I said, I've been really focusing on the progression of the web app itself and making sure that it's because we're about to kick it into high gear, you guys. Like I said, we're still in beta. We're just getting out all the kinks and adding the bells and whistles. So once it's time and once this app is finished and completed and we annex it to an actual phone web app, that's when I'm really going to start kicking it into high gear. um, Antoinette said, I have to renew my subscription, so I have to wait until the new. Yes, you'll have to wait until the new system's up to renew your subscription, Antoinette. And like I said, once again, that should be here soon. Still waiting on the engineers to give us some feedback. This recording will not be on Telegram. I'm only talking to and communicating with the members who are active on our web app. So it's going to be sent out via email, and there will be a text message that will go out as well with the link to this recording for you guys. Any other questions? I think we're good. All right, family. Oh, Marcus says, is there something you can give something you can give me for the process again. I am going to email and text message this entire recording for you guys to go back and re-reference to read again. It's extremely simple. Don't overthink it. Don't panic. It's not a whole drastic change again. We're just making upgrades and additions to make it easier for everybody. Yeah. Oh, okay. Kelly's issues with this from first, so she's looking for forward movement. Okay, well, we're all looking for forward movement. But if you're looking for that, once again, I'm going to reiterate. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate, but I will keep reiterating till you guys fully understand. Once we transition to this new system, you cannot look for my platform to make you money, to give you money, to donate to your campaigns. The movement is going to solely be upon every single person that holds a campaign on the platform. You will be able to share your campaigns to your social medias, and your family and friends will be able to donate to you, not Lotus. I am not going to be held liable if your flower or your campaign is moving or not. We're not doing that anymore because that's unfair and it's stressful, and you got to put in some effort. This is for you. You need the funds. So if you need the funds, you do what you need to do to make sure you attract those funds to you. Lotus is only the platform that makes it easier for you guys to be able to let everybody know I'm in need of funds. And the only thing that I'm going to do, and I'm going to constantly do, is just bring people and bring awareness to the Lotus web app and let them know we are a Black owned GoFundMe with a twist, patent pending in this novel. That's what I'm going to do. So everybody has to do their part. There's no more just sitting around waiting. That's not how this works. And like I said, I tell people all the time, there is just, in order for us to be able to get to that point where you didn't have to do this, we would have need trillions of dollars in a treasury account, right? The government is pretty much doing it. What do you think tax returns are? Every year you get a nice little large lump sum of money. Why? Because you put money into the pot every single month. You had no choice. So it's the same thing. You were constantly pouring into the government's treasury pot, and then at the end you get a tiny reward of a way less of what you were putting in. So this is just a little different. So once again, GoFundMe with a twist. Sarah said, if we will be responsible for our own flour, giving donations will only be more or less of a stepping stone. I'm not understanding that question. I don't understand that question. I'm gonna read it again. If we are will be responsible for our own flour, giving donations will only be more or less of a stepping stone. I'm sorry, Sarah. You may have to raise your hand and I can unmute you. I do not understand what that means. Let me see if I can find you. Let's see, Sarah. Okay, you can unmute yourself, but I don't, if you can elaborate, because I'm so sorry, I can't answer that question. I don't understand what that means.
Hello?
Hey, yes.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Sarah. I'm thinking, you said we will be responsible for more or less closing our own flour, but we're still going to be doing donations in increments of $5 and so on and so forth. So I'm asking if we're going to be doing the donations, then will it still be the same system? Because I know that they were going in order, of closing flowers by, pure donations. Okay. So the donations will be going toward the flower, but it will just be a donation and you're still responsible for closing or getting people to donate to your flower.
Yes.
I'm asking.
So you can, like I said, same thing with GoFundMe. When you go on GoFundMe, the actual owner of GoFundMe is not making sure people donate to your campaign in the order in which is placed on their app. That's not how that works. So it's the same thing with us. Now with the pure donations, because it's concentrated and it's organized, we will still go in chronological order because it's organized, right? But if it's on a day where we're not doing pure donations, you still would want to advertise and post your campaigns to social medias to get your family and friends to donate to your campaigns. So I think the last session somebody asked how would that work, because we're automating the pure donations. So what we'll do is, and it'll be the exact same way. We'll be on the web app and we'll say, hey, you guys, it's Tuesday 12 p.m.
Mhm.
These are the first 4 campaigns that are up for donations. Go there and hit their flowers up, but go in order, and you can donate in any increments of 5. And like I said, it'll be that fire meter. So as the members are donating, the meter will add up everybody's donations, and then once it reaches the limit of what one fire spot is equal to, then a ghost will automatically be there. So that's how the pure donations will go when it's automated in the next couple of months. But yes, you're still responsible for getting your donors to donate to your campaign. And it doesn't have to be social media. If you have an email list, or I mean, it's just however you choose to donate, or I mean, not donate, however you choose to receive donations or to get the word out that you need the money.
Okay, got you. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate
Sonny,
it.
just lastly, I'd like to say, I think that's why it's going to be very important that you guys look at your campaigns and you give things, because just like Shani said on GoFundMe, when they're just posting this stuff, they can say, my house got caught on fire and I don't have any money. You want to make it appealing for people to want to be able to donate to your campaign, not just to buy a new dress or shoes or whatever. But people look at that. They look at the compassion of helping people. If you've got a sick loved one or something like that, you want to make your campaign so that you can appeal to other people that want to give, because when she starts advertising, you don't know who may want to give. And that's the same thing GoFundMe does. So if you go and you look on their sites and see of some of their campaigns, you'd be amazed at how many people raise funds, because there are people, like Shani said, that's out there that wants to help people that are in need.
Absolutely. Great questions, everybody. Is there any more questions? If not, then we will adjourn this meeting and I will get this sent out to everybody. Um, yeah, no problem, Sarah. I'll get this sent out to everybody via email and text message. So you guys will have this. And that is all. I don't see anybody else. Well, I thank you guys. We're gonna go ahead and end here. And we will be seeing and talking to you guys very soon. And we'll update everybody as soon as that payment portal is completed. We'll update you, let you know, and you'll be able to resume with no issues. I thank you guys so much for being patient through this entire process. I know it's been a long road, but guess what? I'm still here. I'm not hiding behind a marketing team. I'm not letting other people speak for me. I am still here. I'm still very actively letting you guys know that I care. And your questions and your comments and your concerns are a priority of mine. It never has not been. And we're here to assist. And like I said, we're going to get through this. And once we get flowing, it is going to be huge. I've heard it from so many different people that are not us. I mean, they're like, oh my God, this model is like fantastic, because it really is. It's a really good model. Not just the funding, but also, the benefits that we have to offer you guys. So I thank you guys for being here. And okay, Kevin has a question. Oh, sorry. Oh, real quick. Kevin, go ahead. Let me get him to unmute. Sorry, guys. Last question, and we'll head out. Hey, Kevin.
Hello, good evening, good evening. So first of all, unfortunately, I did not catch the early part of the call. I have a few people who have hit me up specifically that asked, how does this impact the collective? So I know that you have explained like the groups and how everything works like with Lotus, but for those that were part of the collective, would you mind sharing briefly what that looks like so that they have an understanding as well?
Yes. So for all the members that are paid members in the collective, there will be a collective pro group. So just like how there'd be Lotus Pro Group, it'll be a collective pro group. And then the members who are not paid, not subscribed, they won't be a part of any group. So it doesn't really negatively impact. It actually is better. You guys still keep the essence of your group. You still are who you are. You just will have a pro group, which will be featured on the front page of the app, and that any member at any time, or just any person at any time, can click on, access all of the campaigns, and donate in without having to sign in or subscribe. So that will be pretty much it. Same thing as what we're doing with Lotus will be with all the other groups. And I think we had our board meeting about it too. I'm not sure if you remember, but it's okay. I can always, I have no problems going back over everything with you once again, and all the other group owners who are still actively on here. We'll have our one-on-ones once we get to that point of transition. You're welcome. All right. Well, that is it, you guys. Thank you so very much. And thank you, Gary and Shirley. I appreciate you guys as well. And I will be speaking to you guys soon. I'm gonna mute on everybody so you guys can say adios. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. And love you, love you, love you.
Good night.
Thank you, Shanice. Thank you, Shanice.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Good night.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.